I'm still with the same friends, out here with the same bros. We still out here mobbing.
Welcome to the 2023 Wiz Wyatt Player of the Year presentation. Today we have Wiz Wyatt joining us to hand out the award for the 11th straight year.
Great to be here, Tony.
Over the course of these years, you and I have met some great young men. All have gone on to successful high school, college, and now pro careers. 2020 winner Andrew O'Neill from Fargo was just named to the National Development Program. 2017 winner Brody Lamb skated in the Frozen Four this year. 2016 winner Kyle Kukin was voted CCHA Freshman of the Year at Michigan Tech. And who could forget Brock Faber, 2014 winner, just skated in his third NHL game Monday night in the Stanley Cup playoffs for the Wild. How you been, Wiz? It's been a while.
I'll tell you, one of the best parts of being here is meeting the winner, young man who you selected your team, which is wonderful, as well as looking back over past winners or award recipients, and it just tickles my heart. It's just great.
But my favorite part is I'll get a text from you, just like out of blue occasionally, like Grant Slukinski or someone will play it, and then you'll send me a text like, was this the guy who won the award next year?
Fun?
Yes, it was.
Oh, gosh. Well, my kids can't believe it. They say, why were you involved with that? I said, well, it's Tony many years ago, and coaching and relationships are so very important long term.
Well, I've said this many times. You were my Pee Wee coach, but also an inspiration that led me to get into coaching and youth athletics because you were just kind of like a shining star to us. We were young kids in Kenwood, and we had heard about this Wiz Wyatt guy, and we saw you come back and coach. I'm like, well, that's what I got to do is I got to go coach as well, and hopefully others will follow in that lead as well.
Yeah, well, I'm so grateful. Yeah.
All right, well, let's meet this year's finalist and then our winner, who's just off stage here.
Yeah, that would be great.
First was Johnny Blado from Chaskatchan. He plays football, hockey, and carries a 3.68 GPA. Dylan Donne from your neighborhood, Edina, plays baseball and hockey and has a 3.76 GPA. Owen Conrad, like you, Wiz, played three sports, football, hockey, and baseball while getting a 3.55 GPA. Drew Corton from Moorhead, his team won state and PWAA 2 years in a row, plays hockey and baseball and carries a 3.5 GPA. Nash Road from White Bear Lake plays hockey and baseball while holding down an impressive 3.75 GPA. And finally, Landon Sampair from Matamidi plays hockey and lacrosse, made it to state and PWAA his first year, won state last summer in lacrosse. Landon has a 4.0 GPA at St. Jude of the Lake Catholic School. Before we announce the winner, I want to just build on the fact that you were a three-sport star and played at Harvard. How did you do that? I mean, it was a little bit different back then. You had a little bit more free time in your schedules, but it was still pretty hard to play three sports and carry a GPA high enough to get into Harvard.
Yeah, well, a couple of things, Tony. As we've talked before, distinct seasons. So there's really very little carryover from one sport to the next, which gave you, in many respects, a more practical schedule. I would say, too, candidly, I worked at it. I was quite serious about my studies and intentional.
And your sports.
And the sports, absolutely. And I think as much as anything, what you know, and part of, at times, a fault, is I play to win. And that's just the way it is. But as well, and I was thinking about this prior to our discussion today in meeting the new award winner, is just how important it is to understand the relationship you develop with your teammates. Long term, I'd suggest, and I think you know this, for those that played at a higher level, invariably what's most important to them, men or women, is they can look back on good games they had or bad games they had, but invariably it comes down to the relationship with their teammates and did they win. And that's invaluable.
Very valuable. Well, Thank you, Wiz, for being here every year. It's always great to see you. And this year we have a winner from Matamidi, Minnesota. Come on in, Landon Sampair, our winner.
Landon, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Come on in right here.
Come on in.
You've
Wiz
got
will
that?
Wiz will
Can you give me
hold the
this?
trophy. Oh, you can do it. Let's see.
Want me to hold it?
Let's hold it
I'll
for him.
hold
We
it
got to
for
hold that microphone too. So, well, congratulations, Landon, on winning this award. Probably a big honor for you and your family and everything in between.
Yeah, thank you.
So you have a pretty interesting family dynamic. You're not the oldest. You have an older brother, Caden, and you have a younger sister, Chuck, as you guys like to call her. You and Bodie sit somewhere in the middle, right?
Yes.
I bet you guys have in the middle. The oldest gets all the attention, youngest gets some. Those kids in the middle always get forgotten. You and Bodie pretty good pals?
Yeah, we share a room.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
All right.
We do this little thing at night where we grab some pillows and we do a little boxing match before bed to get our energy out.
He's way bigger than you, so I bet. Have you ever beaten him?
Yeah, last night.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, what a great family. The Sampair name is really big here in Minnesota's hockey, and you're carrying on the mantle. That tradition. That's got to be pretty cool. But one Sampair that I've gotten to know through you is your cousin Dylan. And I should almost say brother. I bet you guys get called brothers all the time. But in reality, a lot of cousins don't spend as much time as you and Dylan do. And you play on the same team every year. Walk through the friendship and relationship you and Dylan have.
It's just kind of a rink bond, every time we see each other, it's kind of just a good time to laugh and joke. And it's fun, when we get to be on the power play together and make those kind of plays, and can't really do anything without him or my team, so I mean.
Well, you talked about the power play, the infamous umbrella power play. Who got to run the top of the umbrella this year, you or Dylan?
I did.
You did it,
yeah.
huh? I've seen it both ways, and it seems to be successful as long as there's a Sampair at the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, good deal. So your Uncle Jesse's one of your coaches. I'm sure you'd like to thank him, but I'm sure there's a lot of people you'd like to thank for helping you get here today.
Yeah, I would like to thank my mom and dad, Brandon and Lee, for driving me to the rink every night, even on the 9 to 10 practices. I would like to definitely thank my uncle, Jesse, for, coaching me throughout these years, and the other coaches that have coached me, and definitely the players that have played next to me and helped me throughout the years, too.
Well, you did a fantastic job this season. I'm just going to share this one story. One of the reasons I chose you as a winner was the way you treat your sister. At the Squirtacular this year, your parents weren't there. You're directing her around the soup rink. You're pointing her to go here. A lot of big brothers wouldn't do that, and it showed your character, and we've obviously seen your ability and your leadership on the ice. It goes both ways. That's the more important thing, is to be a great person, and we appreciate you, and congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Landon Sampair, the 2023 Wyatt Player of the Year.